This information is for educational purposes only, does not constitute legal advice, and does not create an attorney-client relationship. If you need legal assistance about a legal problem, contact an attorney. You're watching Healthcare Pros Charting Texas, where we break down your medical license risks and regulations in just a few minutes. I'm Simone Murphy, and this is your Friday Focus, brought to you by Know Your Regulator. You are a defense attorney for psychologists when their license are at risk, and this is what you're doing day in and day out. What are the common scenarios that you're seeing where professionals either didn't seek legal help or they didn't have the right kind for them?
Well, typically when somebody gets a licensing board complaint made against them, they get a letter from the licensing board that says, you've had a complaint made against you, and we need you to respond to this complaint in writing and explain to us what you did and why and so forth and so on in the next how many days, and there's a deadline. And there are a lot of people who look at that almost as something that they could probably handle themselves. They're just asking for a response, and especially if they don't think they did anything wrong and they think they could explain it, that they think, well, I'll just do that. And sometimes they're kind of as understandably upset that somebody would have complained about something they did when they were just trying to do their best good job that they could, and so they kind of want to get going on getting an explanation in writing and getting it sent back. And sometimes they even make the mistake of thinking that the licensing board is some kind of like professional association, like the APA or something, that is sort of more existing, for the promotion of the profession and the members
Right.
and so forth and so on, when the licensing board is really more analogous to a law enforcement agency. I mean, they're really not there looking out for you, the licensee. They're looking out for the public, and their charge is to make sure that the professionals who are going around with the license, whatever it is, in this case, licensed psychology license, are practicing within the confines of the regulations in that state that govern the practice of psychology. So it's really not a good idea, in my opinion, for really anyone to be doing those responses to those letters themselves. That they really need to, as soon as they become aware that there's a complaint, to contact their insurance company if they've got one, and they can read their policy and see exactly what the requirements are as far as if they need to contact them and how many days they have and so forth and so on. But then get an attorney on board who is well versed in both the law and the subject matter of their profession, and have that person then handle the dealings from then on with the licensing board about that matter.
That concludes this segment of Healthcare Pros Charting Texas. We'll continue to release clips every Friday at noon, so be sure to follow along and stay up to date. Remember, when your license is your livelihood, knowledge and the right lawyer are powerful.
Know Your Regulator, the podcast that inspires you to engage.